And welcome to Card Shop at Argenta. I'm Julie with the Argenta Branch Library, and we're part of the Lehman Library System in North Little Rock, Arkansas. And we'll welcome you to Card Shop at the Argenta Branch. This is actually part 2, continuing on from last month's when you had your maker's choice and you got to make your own cards. This month you're going to make a box to store your cards in. Sari's going to come on and she's going to show you. You're going to get, as your tool, you're going to get the glue, you're going to get a sanding block, and you'll be able to get 5 of these wood blocks, and you're going to turn it into a beautiful card holder to hold your cards in. Now remember that Card Shop is going to continue to stay virtual at least through the end of the year, so we'll look and see what January 2020 brings, but right now we're going to stay virtual, and we're even going to have some guest teachers come in and teach during this fall. So I'm looking forward to introducing them to you and showing you their great designs, and you're going to have a great fall leading into the holiday season, making some more lovely cards. So thank you again for watching, and we appreciate you watching on all the social media channels, and we'll see you in the next month. Thank you.
Hi, and welcome to part 2 of our Maker's Choice at Card Shop at Argenta. We're going to take these wooden pieces and super glue and your sanding block, and we're going to make a card box for the Maker's Choice cards that you've made last month and are going to continue to be making. So let's just dive into this project. I will tell you, I do not have a finished sample to show you, but I have a virtual sample made out of cardboard. Let's get started. So let's pretend that this card box, which is made out of cardboard, is really made out of wood, because that's the project you're going to get. And as you can see, your cards fit in here beautifully with room for envelopes. So let's get started on this wonderful Maker's Choice card box. One of the first things you might want to do is take your sanding block and go along the edges just to smooth them. Don't do anything more than just a little bit of smoothing. You want the glue to have a good surface, and you don't want to get any splinters, so you can go down the edge, down the edges. We've done this on paper before. Now you're actually going to do it on wood. How about that? So there are several ways you can decorate the outside of your box. I'm going to show you a couple of examples. Obviously a silk flower on some book pages. This other side is an embossed item. I ran it through my embossing folder and then put a little ink on here. I have a photograph on the beach. And I think you might remember this particular napkin. I have some gift wrap that I've scrunched up and then flattened and glued it on, giving a beautiful texture. And this is also gift wrap, not smushed. And I've just used a glue stick on this because I'm using it on cardboard. I don't know if glue stick would work for what you're going to do on the wood. You might want to use your Mod Podge that we've included in a previous kit. Also, wallpaper makes a most excellent decoration, and it might match your living room. Now remember, we are thinking outside the box. We are going to decorate the outside of the box. You may want to do the bottom as well, and you also might want to put some of those little felt circles on the bottom if you have a surface that you don't want to damage. Now my box is made out of cardboard here, and I did this as a trial to make sure that I knew how everything was going to work together before I did my actual wood project. And you might want to do that as well. These are 5-inch squares, but if you want to just see how it goes together, you could use 2-inch squares just to practice how to line everything up. Now in this video, I'm going to be using foam board. It is black with a white core so that you can see better what I'm doing on camera than you would be able to if I was just using the wood and trying to show you how to line everything up. So I'm using this just for demonstration purposes. I'm also using a hot glue gun because the super glue eats away the foam board. One thing I did not mention, when you're using super glue, you might also want to have some nail polish remover or some acetone in case you get any super glue on your fingers. That will take it off. I don't want you to lose your skin. I don't want you to stick your fingers together. I also recommend covering your surface where you're going to be using your super glue. All right, what's important on this is how you line these pieces up. Now, I'm hoping you can tell that I'm not gluing it right now, but I'm going to put this on the inside, is what I'm calling it. This being the outside, this being inside. I will do the same thing, bear with me, on two pieces. Now, when you're gluing this, you may want to bring a box and place it next to the piece that you want to let go of, and it will keep it at a 90-degree angle, keep it straight up. Or you can just stand here for a minute and hopefully not wobble around like I'm doing. But that super glue gel will adhere very quickly, and if you have glued incorrectly, I'm very sorry to tell you, you're kind of stuck with it. How do I know? I did it wrong. So that's why I'm also practicing. So inside, not outside, and if you can tell, I think you can with this, if I were to have one glued outside and one glued inside, that's going to create a problem. So you'll see this again when I go to actually use the glue. Inside and inside. I'm using hot glue, but you'll use super glue. Once you have your two sides done, then you're going to put on the other side, and you'll want this to line up so that these side pieces are once again inside what's going to become the fourth side of your box. So your glue goes, again, pretend I'm using super glue. Please keep your fingers out of the super glue. This is one of the places where you're most likely to get your fingers in it. Now you have all four sides put together. Inside, inside, and these two are on the outside. Decide which is going to be your top and which is going to be your bottom. And I would recommend doing a dry fit. As you can see, part of this is not going to be covered. It's because everything is 5 inches. That's not a problem. You're just going to know which parts are you going to stick your glue on. Pretend this is my super glue. And this is where you can square it up if it's not perfectly square. There you have it. A Maker's Choice card box. Thanks again for joining us on this edition of Card Shop with Argenta. We look forward to having you back with us for the next episode.